Hello, professors. My name is Stuart Sloan, Management 110, Summer School 9 to noon. Get right into it. I'm choosing issue 2 on the con side for helmet laws. Now, the issue is, should helmet laws be mandatory in all states, or should states have their own choice, and are we creating a nanny state? With some data I'd like to start off with, currently 19 states have mandatory laws. 28 states have partial laws, meaning that under 21 have to wear helmets, over 21 have the choice to choose between whether or not wearing a helmet. And then 3 of our states have a choice, period. They don't have to wear one at all, and they don't have to anytime. With some data I have from 2008 to 2010, there were 14,000 fatalities via motorcycle accidents, and of those 14,000, 8,000 were wearing helmets, 6,000 were not wearing helmets. The question I'm bringing up is, do they even really work? My personal viewpoint is no, they don't, because whether or not you're riding a sport bike or a cruiser bike, aka a Harley Davidson or a lowrider, whether or not you're going, on the highway or a city street, you're still going at a high speed, with no bumpers, no airbags, no protection inside a car for an impact. You're just by yourself in the open air. If you think about accidents with motorcycles, the ones who crash are already prone to multiple variables on top of the crash itself. If you think about being on the highway, you have susceptibility to be hit by another vehicle, thrown through the air, rolling around on the road, and these variables create even more danger that a helmet cannot protect you from. If you imagine you're getting hit by a car, you're pretty much guaranteed to die. And even if you're wearing a helmet, say you get hit again, your helmet might fall off and you might die from that. And my grandmother is a nurse, and she's always told me that there's the old adage that with motorcycles, it's not if you crash, it's when you crash. And that's also very key, because the way that people ride their motorcycles, it appears that on the highway they seem to think that the laws of speed are inept to them, and they can go as fast as they want and swerve through traffic, as well as on a city street they like to get in between the cars. A lot of cars do not see them when they are driving, and therefore cause room for more accidents, as the 14,000 accidents is a high number for the amount of people that do ride a bike. Now, should states regulate the laws? Personally, I think that they shouldn't, because if you're stupid enough to get on a motorcycle in the first place, you already assume the risk of crashing and possibly paralyzing, injuring, maiming, any of the possible alternatives to crashing a bike. It is highly dangerous, highly likely that you're going to hurt yourself in some form or another, and I don't think that the state should mandatorily regulate this. However, it seems reasonable. If you want to ride a motorcycle, like I said, you assume the risk that you're going to crash, therefore you know the dangers involved, and you make that personal choice. Just like we choose to smoke, we choose to drink, we choose to not wear our seatbelt on the highway. All of us know how things go, we know the dangers involved, the risks involved, and we still do it anyway. And those of us who feel that we need to ride a motorcycle without a helmet, we're assuming that risk. Therefore, I think the states should leave it to the people and not create a nanny state, therefore letting people choose their own fate, and if they want to crash and possibly kill themselves, that is their choice. The data I have shows that with or without the helmets, you're pretty much guaranteed a fatality on a motorcycle crash. Therefore, are helmets really necessary in the long run? Either way, at the top speeds they're going, a helmet isn't really going to save your body or the impact on your body. And this is the most important idea. The body itself is just as important as the brain and the skull, so a helmet, you would need one for your entire body, like an Iron Man suit, and that's not necessarily possible or feasible to make. And I just feel like if you make the nanny state, you're just going to turn people off to the idea of stimulating the economy with the motorcycles and so on. And that is my viewpoint on the cons of wearing a motorcycle helmet in the United States. Thank you.